Hey guys, it's Calvin and welcome to Spyro the Dragon. And this is one of those games that I always wanted to play on the channel, and it's honestly one of those games that I play a lot of. I honestly play at least like once every 2 months I'll play Spyro. And since Breath of the Wild is like a couple of days away, and I mean a couple of days by 20 days, I thought playing something lighter would be a good idea, playing something really fun, something that isn't gonna like tug on the heartstrings too much. So I thought Spyro the Dragon might be a good game to play. Let's get going with this game. Okay, so access and memory cards. Obviously I'm playing this on the PlayStation 3. I do have this here, that's 55 Dragons. I was playing that the other day. We'll go new game. We'll go new game this time. It's all good. So I have been away for a bit, and I'll explain more about that as the episode goes on.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age. We now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Gnasty Gnorc character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Gnorc is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom. No threat! Besides, he is ugly. Ugly? That does it!
Looks like I've got some things to do.
It's actually kind of funny because people always do those posts, you know, those really funny posts you see on news sites when they have nothing else to say. They'll say stuff like, maybe Gnasty Gnorc was right to beat up some bullies. And like, I don't think the right appropriate response for someone calling you ugly is to try and do this to them. Now let's free our first dragon anyway. Nestor.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Gnasty Gnorc? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
So it's a pretty easy system in this game. You just go around freeing dragons, collecting gems, and collecting eggs. And oh man, this game is just so good. And I'm gonna talk a lot about throughout this gameplay or throughout this series about stuff I like about the game as usual. I'm gonna talk about stuff that I don't really like, which is nothing. I am blind by nostalgia. Let's get this guy already, shall we? I think he carries 3 coins and then he'll give out his big stash of coins afterwards. Oh, there we go. So, I actually got to show this game to my nephews a while back, and I think it was one of the most simpler games you can actually show the younger people that you know in your life. And oh my god, it's such a great feeling the first time you play this, and this is like the 100th time I've played this, and it still feels great. Let's free this dragon as well. Delbin.
Where's Gnasty Gnorc? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro! You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
By the way, if you do hear any sound in the background, as I said, I was away for a bit. I was in the hospital, and I am hooked up to a kind of a machine. It's not too serious. I'm not going to go any further than that. I'm on good medication. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, let's get back to Spyro. So Gnasty Gnorc turns all of the dragons into diamonds, or glass, I should say, actually. And I think he's too cheap to afford diamonds. But like, what doesn't seem like a very serious thing, it's a real threat to the dragon world. The only reason that the dragon survived is because Spyro was so small. In the backstory of Spyro, he was always made fun of for being so small. And now here he is, the one true guy that can help everyone. Now, they don't ever explain why that after the dragons are saved they can't help out. It's probably because they don't have enough energy. And it's also because, I guess, my thought was always, if the other dragons start moving about the place, and Gnasty Gnorc's just gonna find them and do what he, turn them into glass again.
Cool. Flash, do that again.
The artisan's boss is through a portal in the dragon mouth, but you are not yet ready, Spyro. First you must complete one of the other artisan lands.
So yeah, everyone remembers this boss, right? How intimidating this looks. Well, as time goes on, we're gonna see why it's intimidating. It's one of the most intimidating bosses in the history of video games. Okay, so let's go to a lot of people's favorite place first. Oh man, I should probably talk about some of the criticisms about the first area as well. So I see a lot of people reviewing Spyro for the first time, and that's cool. That's cool that people are reviewing this game. Reviewing this game for the first time. And one thing they will say is this: it's so plain. There's nothing in it, and yeah, it is pretty plain. Like you can't really say anything about that. Like I can't say anything against that. But one thing I will defend Spyro for is that the color palette is always amazing. Like everything looks pleasing to the eye. Yeah, it gets a little bit different as time goes on. Like the swamp area isn't as pleasing, but I think they were going for more of a cartoony, aesthetically pleasing style. Which reminds me, guys, if you want to, I have like a bit of nostalgia going right now. Anyone want to suggest a cartoon to watch from my younger days, and maybe tell me a cartoon you used to watch in your younger days? I'm thinking of maybe watching Ed, Edd and Eddy. Ed, Edd and Eddy was so good, man. I remember I used to come home every evening and like watch the new episode, and then like the reruns you would watch forever anyway, so it didn't really matter if there was new episodes or a rerun going. The reruns were good though. I remember, do you guys remember when they actually went to school? Like that was like a shocker. Oh, we don't have a key. We need a key for this. That was a shocker for me and my my sister, because we were waiting for so long. We saw the trailers like, oh, Ed and Eddy go to school, and that was what the trailers were like. And it turns out, yeah, they went to school, and it was actually really cool.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course, they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
Really cool design. I don't think a lot of people talk about that enough, is that people say like, you know, talking to the dragons is really annoying, but I feel like it's better than actually just showing up a tutorial screen, you know what I mean? It's like, it's always better having someone like tell you with context, you know? Someone with experience. Like this guy's basically saying, oh yeah, by the way, Spyro, these guys here, I've dealt with them. The armor is too like thick to burn, but you can legitimately hurt these guys by charging them. Oh man, I might be gushing a little bit too much about this game. I can see why people say it's boring. Like I can see that, and I will talk about why I think it gets why it gets a little bit harder to play as time goes on. But I feel if you actually stick it true, you're actually gonna find like a game that like is way too fun to pass up, and way too nice to actually not play. Okay, this is my favorite area in any Spyro game ever. Look at this narrow corridor here. Okay, we'll get this stuff as well. We'll at least finish 2 areas of this first world now, I'd say, for the first episode. Did you guys play Spyro? I know I have a lot of Nintendo fans on my channel. I don't know how many like PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 fans I have, because I was PlayStation 1 when I was younger.
Psst, Spyro, want to know a secret? Use the triangle button when you want to zoom in and look around. Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Spyro, man, what about Gnasty Gnorc? I'm going after him. I actually reviewed Spyro myself. Actually, oh shit, I didn't get that key. Oh, did I? I did. I actually reviewed Spyro myself a while back on my channel, and it's still up there, but it's just something that like I did not want to do, because I felt like playing the game is a lot more pure than actually sitting down and writing a review, because there were so many times where I was like, oh, I don't want to say that about a game, I don't want to say this about a game, and I feel like I wasn't able to be in that position where my judgment was not clouded. I was always going to sound like a fanboy when I was playing these types of games. I think I give it a higher rating than anyone else. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, we got a trophy, which is another life. It doesn't seem very useful now, but there are parts of the game that will fuck you up, like in this, and it's nice to have a life. It's nice to have an extra life going. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I give Spyro, as I was saying on my little attempt at comedy reviews, I give it like an 89%, which is like an an 8.9, which is a lot more than people give it. A lot of people give it a 6 or a 6 or like a 7. Which, like, I don't think it's a 6 or 7. I think it's way more than that. Like, I honestly do think it's like 1 point more than both of those at any stage. Let's rescue this dragon.
Big enemies like this Gnorc with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
So yeah, putting a tutorial there might not be the best idea in the world, because you might have gone through the whole area realizing that you can do that, and then you get to him and he's like, oh, this is what you can do. Got 90 gems. We're gonna need those gems later. And what I really like about the game itself is that a lot of the areas have they have context to them, like they have meaning to them. Like this area, the artisan world, is artisan meaning home, or the home world, I guess it is. Let's go to Stonehill really quick. But they all have like a certain story to them. 154 treasure already, we're doing good. Okay, here's Stonehill. Oh, I love doing that. I love that. You can do this area pretty fast if you're like really good. Oh my god, that sounded so bad. If you're like really good, you can do this like really fast, you know? I meant if you're like, if you know the area, you could probably do this pretty fast. I think it's the intended go here first area. A lot of people don't though. I don't know, you play how you want to play. Let's go in here and get these gems. But yeah, guys, I need those suggestions of cartoons. You gotta give them to me. You gotta give them to me in the comment section. Okay, that's to rescue another dragon. Who are we rescuing this time? Lindar. It's close to Linda.
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
Not that I would run into any trouble. Okay, so let's see what else we can do here. We can do actually a lot here. There's like this area here we can go into. Oh yeah, we have a key, don't we? Do we have a key? We didn't use the key in the other area, which I kind of didn't want to do that, but I did it. Okay, let's do it again here. I hope you guys will actually like this, because this is actually one of my favorite games of all time, and I know it has so many detractors, and that's fine. If you don't like the game, you don't have to like it.
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong. Like me.
Sure.
Okay, there we go. Another dragon free. We can actually save the game also on that point as well. Okay, let's go back up to where we have to actually find this. We find our first egg bearer, I guess you could call her, egg stealer. Again, we're not told what exactly they are. I know they're just guys who steal eggs, and that's fine. But I'd love to have a shit ton of context on those guys. You know what I mean? I would love to like know more. I would love to talk to one of them. You know? Why are you doing this, man? Like, why are you stealing all our babies? Is there some reason you gotta steal all our babies? You got a reason? Okay, let's go back in here then. Do we have to go here then, I think? Yes. We're actually pretty close to where we have to go. You can hear him right now. Can you guys hear him? Let's go up here.